Hello, I'm Dr. Ravindranath. In the series of lectures on microprocessors and microcontrollers, today we'll be starting with the programming lessons on 8085. We have already seen that 8085 supports different types of instructions, and these different types can be classified according to the size of the instructions, according to the addressing modes, or according to the functions these instructions perform. As per the functions, the instructions can be classified as the data transfer instructions, data manipulation instructions, logical instructions, the flag or the status and the controls instructions. So what exactly we will be starting with? We'll be looking at some of the very basic concepts of programming 8085. The programming in 8085 can be done using the machine level programming, that is in the form of zeros or ones, or to ease you out, you can directly code it using the hexadecimal codes, or still easier one, we can write the programs using the mnemonics of the assembly language. So as far as the data transfer instructions are concerned, we are already aware that the data transfer instructions, which would be purely the data transfer, that is the move instruction, and the load and the store instructions. So when you see the chart in front of you, you find that the instruction move can take different forms. The basic purpose of the move instruction is the data transfer. Transfer from a source location to a destination location. So as you change the source and destination, the operation code in hexadecimal format will change for that instruction. Or in other sense, though the instruction is single, that is move, but as you assign different operands to it, it takes different shapes and hence different codes for different source and destinations. So while writing the assembly code, a programmer should keep this format in front of him, because most of the time either you have to write the program in these hexadecimal codes, that is, for example, instead of writing move B to A, that is move the content of register B to register A, its hexadecimal equivalent is 78. So we could directly write 78, and it is easier for the machine to interpret this 78 instead of move B to A. So we will write, keeping this chart in front of us, the basic conceptual programs for the 8086. Let's start writing by taking a different screen, and to come near to this machine, I'll put my video off. So let me share a new page for you so that I can write it over there. So I will keep this instructions side by, and let us suppose what exactly we wish to do. We should be aware how to start. One of the very basic program Let's say data transfer. Now, for this, the requirement is, where is the source and the destinations. We should know from where we wish to transfer and where to take it. We will see different examples for this program of data transfer. Let us say a simple transfer. How, as a programmer, you should start with, say, let's say this is the address, and here I will write the operation code, and the mnemonics, operands. Then you can write the assembly code. Let's see the simple examples. Supposing that we wish to write the program in memory starting at address 2000. A simple instruction, I wish to write move the content of register B into register A. So this instruction, transfer the content of register B to register A, is a one-byte instruction, and you don't need to tell to the machine through some other mechanism that from where to what. Simply writing the operation code for this instruction, which is, as you see here, move B to A, the code is 78. So the operation code, when you store 78 at address 2000, and when the machine, that is 8085, fetches this instruction and executes it, it automatically transfers the control from register B to register A. So is the case with other instructions. Now let's say that you now have the data in register A. The next instruction in the memory, it can be written at address 2001, and let's say I want to transfer the content of A because B has been loaded into A. I want to take this content from A to, let's say, register C, for example. So how the machine will interpret it? Looking at the instructions, transfer from A to C. So searching it somewhere. So transferring to C, it is here. A to C, and the code is 4F. So you can store the code 4F. What exactly we are doing here is, when you write the program in your notebook, it transfers the content of B to A, and then ultimately, or simply say that, transfer the content of register B to register C through register A. So as you write this program in your notebook, we simply write as move an intermediate, that is B to A, and move your accumulator to register C. This is how you write in your notebooks. But when you have to program the 8085, this won't work. We have to convert this of these instructions into their equivalent machine codes. We know the equivalent machine codes for this instruction is 78. The equivalent instruction for this is 4F. These are the two instructions, 1 byte each long, so they will take two locations in the memory. Suppose I wish to start from address 2000, so this will take address 2000, the instruction 78 operation code. At 2001 I will store the 4F. Let's see some more examples. This is an example of a register to register transfer. Let's take another example. The second example is an immediate transfer. I wish to make use of the immediate addressing mode, and I want to write a program wherein I will be moving the immediate data into the accumulator and then transfer it to some other register. Let's say, again I will draw that table. The instruction I want to write, move into the register A, the immediate number, let's say 05. When you write 05, by default it is a hexadecimal, or let's say write as a H. Now, let's suppose say we start writing this program at address 2000. Now what we have to say? What will be the code for this instruction? This is an immediate number 05, which is a 1 byte number. This 1 byte number has to be stored into the register A using this instruction. So this instruction becomes 1 byte and the number becomes 1 byte. So this instruction will be of 2 bytes. At address 2000, the operation code will be stored. The operation code for moving an immediate number into the register A, when you refer to the instruction here, move immediate, so here it is, let me correct it. So the instruction is MVI, move immediate, a byte into register A. So its code is 3E. So the code for the MVIA is 3E, and the data is 05. So it is a 2 byte instruction. 1 byte, that is 3E, is stored at 2000, and at 2001 the data to 05 will be stored. Now if I wish to move the content of the accumulator, which is 05, into some other register, so that will be something this way, that move the content of register A into register, supposing B. Then this instruction will be stored at, this is at address 2000, this is at address 2001, so this will be stored at 2002. And the operation code for move A to B, going here, move A to B, the code is 47. So the code for this, the assembly code for this instruction, move A to B, will be 47. So this is a case of an immediate transfer or immediate addressing mode. Still taking one more example, let's say we take an example of a immediate memory addressing mode. Let's take an example of direct memory addressing. Direct addressing means I write an instruction, let us say I write an instruction in the memory, and the instruction is LDA load accumulator from the data which is at address 2010. So what do you understand by this? Supposing I store this instruction at address 2000. So the hexadecimal or the machine code for this instruction, how do you interpret first? So this instruction is 2 byte its operand, which is the address 2010H. It is a 2 byte operand, which is nothing but the address. So this part is the address, hexadecimal address, which is a 2 byte address. And the instruction LDA is again a 1 byte instruction. So when you look at the table, you find that the code for this LDA is 3A. The code for LDA is 3A. This is 1 byte, will be stored at the address 2000, and the address which is 2 byte, low byte will be stored at low address and high byte will be stored at high address. So 10 will be stored at, let me write it here, at address 2001, the number 10 will be stored, and at address 2002, the number 20 will be stored. Because this is a 3 byte instruction, its space in the memory will be 2 bytes for the address and 1 byte for the operation code. So LDA operation code is 3A, and this number, the least significant, stored at the least address, and high significant stored at the high address. We'll take one more example, and then so the next example is the example 4 for an indirect addressing. The example for indirect addressing is this is how the address of the memory is stored in some of the registers, supposing, let's say, HL pair containing a 2 byte address. So when you open this register, the content are nothing but the address which will point to the memory. So how do you write it? So we have to load the HL with the address. So then the instruction becomes LXI load immediate. This instruction is, this is where how we use it. MVI move immediate, an immediate number into A. Similarly, LXI load immediate is 16-bit number. So this X stands for 16, hexadecimal, 16. Load immediate into the pair HL. We only simply write need to write only H. Since it is 16-bit, so this will refer to the register pair, that is HL. Let us say that 2000. Now this instruction is, or let's change it as 2010. This instruction is a 3 byte instruction. 2 byte for the address and 1 byte for the operation code. So if this instruction is stored at address 2000, this will take 3 locations. The first location is LXI to H, and when you see here LXI into H, the code is 21. So at address 2000, the number, that is the operation code 21, will be stored. At address 2001, the least significant, that is 10, will be stored. At address 2002, the higher byte, that is 20, will be stored. So what you have done, you have initialized the address. Now, if the task was to transfer the data from address 2010 into the accumulator, one of the way was a direct addressing, LDA 2010. From this address, the data is stored into the accumulator. This is a direct memory addressing. In the case of indirect, we load this address into the address registers, which are the HL pair, and from this address, which is in the HL pair, transfer the content to the accumulator. So that instruction will be stored at address 2003, and the instruction will be move into the accumulator from the memory address, which is specified in the apps. And when you look for the operation code, move from memory to A, the code is 7E. So this is a 1 byte code, 7E. So this is the program of indirect addressing mode, which will transfer the content from the address 2010 using indirect addressing into the accumulator. Well, through these examples, what we have seen is that we have seen some of the basic concepts how to program the 8085. Well, what you have seen, we have seen the data transfer instruction, basic concepts, how to start with the programming. We have seen the examples of register to register addressing mode, how to write the instructions. We have seen a direct addressing mode. We also have seen indirect addressing mode. We have seen the immediate addressing mode. So, in the next lecture, hope to see some more complex examples. And that's all in this class.